As illustrated by this map of all river systems in the United States, it becomes evident that rivers and streams are important to the land and to humans, but equally important are riparian zones. Riparian zones are the transition zones between the terrestrial and aquatic environments. Healthy riparian zones have many benefits. They help with reducing soil erosion, which also helps reduce the risk of flooding during heavy rainstorms. Riparian zones improve water quality by filtering water through roots and soil in riparian zones before entering the stream or aquifer. Healthy riparian zones are beneficial to both wildlife and humans. These zones also provide a wonderful stopover spot for migratory birds. They can act as corridors for wildlife to move from one area to another, as they can offer quality habitat and protection from predators and distance from humans. When activities such as mowing, grazing, farming, and timber harvesting occur within riparian zones, there can be negative impacts on the stream. These negative impacts can in turn affect the quality of the water and the habitats of both terrestrial and aquatic species. Depending on the severity of the degradation, these degraded riparian zones will have decreased diversity of trees and vegetation. This lack of vegetative diversity will lead to many issues, including soil loss, decreased water quality, and decreased biodiversity. Restoration work on previously degraded riparian zones is a common way to bring the stream system back to its prior healthy state. By increasing vegetative diversity, there is a greater chance for increased biodiversity in the aquatic ecosystem as well as the terrestrial ecosystem. In 1986, the Austin City Council approved the Comprehensive Watershed Ordinance. The primary objective of this ordinance is to protect sensitive riparian areas through land use regulations. This designated certain landscapes, such as wetlands, bluffs, springs, and caves, as critical environmental features and limited development around them. This ordinance was put into place to help protect Austin's water sources, specifically the Edwards Aquifer, from the impacts of rapid urbanization. As Austin has continued to grow, the protection of our riparian zones has become even more important in protecting our water sources and the natural environment. There are now nearly 5,000 critical environmental features in Austin. In addition, the ordinance also established creek buffer zones, limited disruption of natural terrain, placed limitations on development and impervious cover near watersheds and riparian zones, and required erosion and sediment controls for construction sites. In addition to measures taken by the ordinance, Austin currently has different initiatives in place to protect healthy riparian zones and restore previously degraded riparian zones. One way Austin is working towards maintaining healthy riparian zones and increasing riparian vegetation diversity is by placing signs along streams. These signs show that the area is a grow zone and that mowing should not occur there. These signs can be informative for residents of Austin and can also encourage creekside residents to leave their land adjacent to creeks unmowed. Austin also has initiatives to replace invasive plants with native riparian plants that will better serve the riparian zone in the long run and promote biodiversity in Austin. For example, planting ash juniper in riparian zones can help expand golden cheek warblers' habitat choices. In addition, planting native flowering plants can attract bees, butterflies, and birds to the riparian zones. By learning about the importance of riparian zones and educating others about maintaining and restoring these zones, Austin residents can do their part to help promote biodiversity in the community.